senses tell me to stop. That's right, Alexa, stop. All right, Alexa was playing 80s metal, having a good time, and I just thought I'd join in. All right, that was Alice Cooper, Poison. All right, so, welcome. What? Alexa just said something. It's like she burped. It went, buh. All right, so, all right, just as long as you're fine. Well, maybe she was like, because I said the name and she was listening. Anyway, welcome to another episode of Toronto Guy Cooks Season 2, the Cultural Appropriation Appreciation Season. Today, we're going to Sweden. We're going to make some Swedish meatballs today here on Toronto Guy Cooks, the Cultural Appropriation Season. IKEA. Now, here we go. Let's just start. We're going to start with, now, usually when I do these cooking videos, I'd say, okay, we're going to add 2 cups of this and a half a punch of this. Now, sometimes I realize that every now and then I'll get it wrong, so look in the description for the amount of everything, okay? So let's just get to it. What the hell was that? Oh, something fell. Just a sec. There we go. My dish towel fell on my foot. I thought it was Sally just rubbing up against me. All right, so we're going to start with about a tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil on medium heat. This pan has been heating for about 5 minutes as I was getting ready to start recording. Now, Swedish meatballs, I made these for the very first time last night, a test run, and they turned out very good. I'm gonna add my own, just one of my own little things to try to make it stand out from everybody else's. But let's get going. We're gonna start with that. So we got about a tablespoon. I'm excited. It's only 10:30 in the morning, and I'll talk about shit as I cook. So we're gonna start now. We're gonna start with 1 whole onion chopped. We're gonna cook up 1 onion. All right, this is a chopped onion. Roughly, this onion was about the size of a tennis ball. So, if you're wondering, well, exactly how big was it, Toronto Guy? About the size of a tennis ball, chopped up nicely. Let's cook it up for a couple minutes, probably about 3-4 minutes until it becomes cooked and opaque and nice. All right, and while that's going, we're gonna start getting stuff together for our Swedish meatballs. For the Swedish good time here on Toronto Guy Cooks, yeah. Alright, so to make Swedish meatballs, we're gonna need a big bowl, right? So get ready, everybody. Oh my God, it's the bread bowl. Yep, it's the red bowl. And here we go. Now, let's start. I got a pound of ground pork and a pound of ground beef. There we go. Now, before I continue, let me just say this. As I said, I made this last night as a test run. Because you see, I got all of the ingredients, and you can't buy, ingredients come in a whole bunch. So I got enough ingredients to make 2 batches of this. Now here's the thing, as I cook this. Okay, give it another stir and a shake. All right, now, I hope you all appreciate this fucking shit that I'm doing here. And for Sweden, all right? You see this shit? 1 pound pork, 1 pound beef. Just a second. Now, remember when I said I made this shit last night and I had enough to make 2 batches? Well, you see, this recipe yields 24 meatballs. I didn't make 24 meatballs because I'm just one dude. So, I hope you all appreciate the fact, you see all this fucking shit right here? Here, that is what I'm using now. This is left over from last night's batch of Swedish meatballs in the trial run. This big fucking batch of ground pork and ground beef and everything else mixed. So I hope you all appreciate it. Because I could have easily just taken this and said I already mixed this all up so you don't have to all see it. No, I do my best to show everybody everything. I'm not a fucking fraud. I don't fuck around. So I'll be right back in a second. All right, stir it up more. Another minute or so. Smelling good, man. Just onions frying is a great smell. I love it. So as I said, you saw the shit I had left over from last night, and now I'm going to this. You know, I'm not gonna make 24. I'm gonna make about 6. I'm gonna have so much fucking shit left over. The very least you can all do is give it a like click. So yeah. All right, so let the onions do its thing. And while they're almost finished doing its thing, we're gonna add to our meat. All right, we have, here we go. We have nutmeg, there we go. We have allspice, there we go. We have breadcrumbs. As I said again, remember, if you wanna know exactly how much, look at the link in the description. All right, and we have 2 egg yolks. There we go. Oh, one of them bust apart and just decided to hemorrhage all over the little bowl. Way to go. Way to go. You know, that chicken had a name and now it's, separated. So way to go, idiot. Torn from its mother's womb. Afterbirth. That's just fucked up. All right, so the onions are just about ready. Let me just look at everything. Make sure everything's cool. Everything's cool? Cool. So we're gonna, the onions are pretty much done. Like, it feels like it's only been a minute, but I'm just so excited. Time has flown already. All right, so we're gonna take the onions, our cooked onions, and we're gonna put them in our big red bowl. Be careful not to fucking place the red bowl on the burner that is currently on. All right, so there we go. Let's put them in there. All right. Beautiful. Beautiful, as Chef Ramsay would say. Now it's in there. Let's turn the heat down a little. We're still gonna keep the heat on. We're still gonna use this. All right, so let's mix it up a bit. I don't want to put my hands direct. You can use your hands, use a friggin' fork or something, or a big spoon. I want to use my hands, but first I want to make sure the onions that were just fucking cooked and are hot. You know, I don't want them to burn my hands. But what we're gonna do now is we're gonna mix all this up and form a big dough ball. So let's get to it, baby. Yeah, Sweden. Like, I haven't talked about Sweden. Well, Sweden, as most people know, well, some people might not know, Sweden is the home of IKEA. Now, IKEA is a great place. I haven't been there in many years, but the couple times that I did go there, it was with my ex, and we spent hours there because IKEA has shit that you don't need, but they enhance it. The Swedish people, like, they take a simple table lamp, put a smiley face on it, and people are like, oh my god, I gotta have it. So the Swedish people are fucking geniuses. So let's continue mixing up, combining our meatball shit, yeah, and then we'll continue from there, baby. Love it. Oh yeah, baby. Toronto Guy Cooks. All right, so our big meatball is our mothership meatball. Our Swedish mothership meatball is formed. Let's put the pan back on the thing. Turn the heat back up to medium, give it a sec. Oh, I guess while we're waiting, we can talk more about Sweden. Well, Sweden is the home of women, and they elect them to parliament, and from what I heard, Sweden has the most feminist parliament in the world, so let's hear it for Sweden, everybody. Well, that wasn't very nice. Sweden, Swedish meatballs, IKEA people, bloody hell. All right, now we're gonna add another tablespoon of olive oil. There we go, extra virgin. That's right, it's extra virgin. Well, it ain't gonna be a virgin much longer. Oh my God, me too joke. So, there we go. Now, as I said, this recipe yields roughly 24 meatballs depending on how big you make them. I'm only gonna make about 6 of them like I did last night for the trial run. And the rest of this giant ball of fucking Swedish meatball is gonna join last night's remaining giant ball of Swedish meatball, and I guess this week at work I'm gonna have a bunch of fucking Swedish meatball burgers for fucking lunch and shit. I don't know, well, whatever, that's fine. So, what we're gonna do now is we're gonna start rolling our balls. Right, as the pan continues to heat up, let's start taking our balls. Don't want to make them too big. I made them roughly about the size of maybe like a pinball, you know? About that size is how much I've roughly made. About the size of your standard like truffle ball, that kind of shit. So there we go, we're gonna roll them. There we go, just roll them, there we go. Yay, all right. Roll them up. That's one, let's roll some more. Here on Cultural Appropriation Appreciation is today we're cultural appropriating and appreciating Sweden, the home of IKEA and feminist governments, which prove that women, well, it proves that they can be elected to run a country, but we'll just leave it at that. Let's continue forming our balls. All right, so we have our 6 balls. So this big remaining is gonna join last night's big remaining. So everybody say goodbye for now to the big red bowl. I know everybody's horny for it, but what are you gonna do? All right, so our oil is nice and hot. Now, as I said, this recipe is supposed to yield about 24. I'm only doing 6. If you're gonna be doing 24, you don't wanna put all 24 in the pan at once. Do about 6 at a time. And then cook them, and there we go. So we're gonna start with our 6. Well, we're not gonna start, we're gonna start and finish with 6. So here we go. Let's place them in our lovely rock pan. I love this pan set, pot and pan set. Ultimately, I would like to get a stainless steel expensive one, but until these run out on me, or somebody's kind enough to gift Toronto Guy a $300 set or more set of pot and pan stainless steel. I guess I'm stuck with these. So, you know, if you all really loved me, etc. Alright. Yeah, let's put that there. As we want to brown our meaty balls, our Swedish balls. Swedish meatballs. Yay. Want to brown them on all sides. Process will take about 4 or 5 minutes. And then we're going to set them aside. So let's brown them. I guess we can try to learn. You see, what else is there to know about Sweden? I mean, and Sweden, well, they're Swede. You know, they're Swedes, and they're right next to Norway, the country. And I do remember learning in Swedish history class that during the big Sweden-Norway War of 2009, that like it was actually this like basically what happened. The reason that Sweden is like basically politically run by women and shit. Not that there's a problem with that. Basically what happened is that so many Swedish males died in the 2009 Sweden-Norway War that there was really no choice but to elect females to Swedish parliament, and everything's gone awesome from there. So let's continue cooking. Now let's do both sides. Now you can obviously just go all delicate and like, let me turn and let me turn and let me turn. Me, I'm a reckless dude. So here's what I do. We're gonna cook them. There we go. Let's shake them around. And as long as, you know, a cooked side is facing up, that means a non-cooked side is facing down. It's fine. So we're gonna continue cooking our Swedish meaty balls here on Toronto Guy Cooks Season 2, the Cultural Appreciation Season. Patreon.com/Toronto Guy. You don't have to give me money, although it'd be awesome if you did. I mean, if you did, I wouldn't be stuck with this awful Starfrit rock pot and pan set. I would have like $1,000 set, but people just don't love me enough. I just don't understand. That's shit. So let's cook them up, brown them up, smelling good, baby. Here on Toronto Guy Cooks, you may be wondering, what the fuck is this pot for? Well, we're not just gonna have Swedish meatballs, we're gonna have some pasta with it. And it's gonna be drenched in this awesome gravy, which we're gonna make in a second, here on Toronto Guy Cooks. Let's cut to when the balls are done. All right, look at that Swedish scrotum, all just cooked up nicely now. Well, it's not cooked, it's browned. Now, for those who don't know, when you see a recipe and it says brown the meat, you don't. It's not saying cook it. It's saying what you're doing is browning it on the outside, so you seal it, so the juices stay inside and don't get out all over the fucking place. Because we're still gonna cook this throughout as we continue. But for now, we've browned them. We're gonna take our Swedish testicles and we're gonna set them aside. Here we go. Here we go. There's 1 testicle, 2 nut balls, 3 scrotums, and so on. Love it. Oh, smells good. Oh, man, it really does. Now, we're going to set these bad boys aside. Did I just assume the gender of these Swedish meatballs? Yes, I did. All right, so we're going to keep this shit in here. I have a sneeze coming on. All right, so while I'm waiting to sneeze, we're gonna start making our gravy in the same thing with all the grease and all the shit. Don't worry about it. This is butter. I think this is about a 1/4 cup of butter. Oh, there goes the sneezes. All right. So we're gonna melt the butter. Oh. Now, I'm using salted butter. The recipe called for unsalted. Well, as you may have noticed, may have seen so far, I didn't add salt or anything to the meat and anything. This is I'm gonna add salt to taste, but I'm using salted butter. People have a problem with that? Hey, I'm okay. I'm allowed to because I'm officially Swedish today. So, deal with it. So we're gonna wait for our butter to melt, and we're gonna continue making our amazing Swedish meatball friggin' gravy, baby. Yeah. All right, our butter's melted. Now it's time for the don't go nuts stage. Okay, it's time to play with flour. This is all-purpose flour. Now what we're gonna do is we wanna build our gravy. I suggest using a whisk. For those who don't know what a whisk is those utensils that have the wires and the round ball at the bottom. But yeah, I don't have a whisk. I did have one, but it fucking broke. So This is what I used last night. I'm just gonna stir it. You wanna do it very fucking gradually because flour, if you just dump all this shit in here right now, in no time you're gonna have a big fucking ball of fucking greasy flour. So you gotta do it gradually. Just do it gradually and stir, okay? So let's fast forward this shit, all right? Here we go. And there comes the last of it. There we go. It's looking good. So you just gradually add it, probably about a half a tablespoon at a time. You mix it. You just constantly stir. Otherwise, you'll get the little fucking flour clumps in your gravy. You don't want that unless you're into that shit. So there we go. It's looking good. It's looking thick. We're going to still add more stuff to it, but the flour part is done. All right, so don't worry if you got flour all over yourself or all over the place. Like a lot of people like don't like working with flour because it is very fucking messy, especially if you're wearing a fucking black like I am right now. But flour is so simple and it can really friggin' raise the game of a dish to make it look really fucking good because flour thickens stuff, you know. So there we go. So now that's all nice, looking good. Now we're gonna, just like we did with the flour, we're gonna friggin' just very like liberally or feministly add conservatively, yeah, 4 cups of beef broth. Now this is 900 milliliters, 31.7 flowing ounces of liquid, and I made this last night using this, and this is approximately 4 cups. So let's add a little bit. There we go, and stir, but not all at once, because there's still flour in there and it'll still clump. It's still gonna clump as you add the beef broth. That's why you gotta keep stirring. All right, keep fucking stirring. Keep stirring, don't worry. Oh my God, it's getting clumpy, Toronto guy. Just keep stirring. Okay, remember, there's 4 cups of this. It's eventually gonna be a nice, smooth, thick, amazing gravy. Oh, so let's make our gravy, baby. Yeah, Toronto guy cooks. He's the man. All right, so all our beef broth is added. It's stirred now. As I said, you do it a little at a time. I would recommend, especially if you don't have a whisk like I don't, roughly about a half a cup at a time. You gotta stir constantly. Okay, that's the thing. If you're making a gravy and using flour, you gotta stir constantly, or you're gonna get those clumps. All right. So this is the stirring of the gravy is something. Let's say you're a dude and you have a girlfriend or a wife, and you're a dude and you're an awesome cook like I am, and you have a girlfriend or a wife, which I have neither, and like they want to help in the kitchen. This is something you can, and you're like, I don't know, man, because they can't cook for shit. You can let them do this. I mean, they may say, you just want me to stir? That's an insult. No, trust me. The stirring process of the gravy is very fucking important in order to make it a nice, smooth, awesome texture. And when the picture happens at the end of this video, you'll understand why it's an important part of the process. So there we go. Now it looks runny, right? We're still gonna thicken it up, kids. We're not done. Oh, we're not done. But before we continue, it's time to start getting our friggin' pasta ready. We're gonna add our water to our pasta, this thing, the pot. We're gonna add water to it. All right, there's hot water, raised to maximum. I'm not gonna salt it. A lot of people salt their pasta water before it starts boiling. That will actually make it take longer for the water to start boiling. So the trick is to not salt it. Once the water's boiling, then you salt the water and add the pasta. Okay, it's quicker. So there we go. That is something, because I used to be one of the people who salted it first, and then I found out via Gordon Ramsay, you don't salt it first. The boiling process, it starts to boil faster. So there we go. So that's that. Let's wait for it to boil as we continue. Now, we're gonna add more flavors and more thickness to our gravy. We are going to add some sour cream. We're gonna add about 3/4 of a cup of sour cream. There we go. I'm just gonna do it by eye because, damn it, I'm an eye guy, you know? Yeah, so there we go. That's probably about more than 3/4, but fuck it, I like sour cream. It's so tasty. Yeah, all right. Now we're gonna mix our sour cream into our gravy very gently. It's gonna add some more flavor. It's gonna make it a lighter brown color. It's gonna look lumpy, as you can probably see. It's looking all lumpy and shit. Don't worry, that's why I say You know, if somebody who can't cook for shit wants to help you, have them do this part. Okay, just keep stirring it. All the clumps will go away here on Toronto Guy Cooks and everywhere else. Yeah, let's get those clumps gone. Let's just keep stirring until we have a nice uniform color gravy, and we'll continue from there, baby. Love it. All right, our pasta boil water is boiling. Took about 5-ish minutes. The majority of the clumps are out of the, or are gone from the gravy. There's still some like white from the sour cream, but those are still gonna go away. We're not done. Right now, the water's boiling. We're gonna add our pasta. Use whatever pasta you want. Pasta is all basically just fucking flour, water, and egg, and some salt. Pasta, as far as I'm concerned, is more about visuals, all right? So I'm using fancy schmancy farfalle. You know, the Swedish would probably use that, but I don't think they're allowed to ever since like the Sweden-Italy war. But I'm otherwise known as bow tie pasta. Use as much as you want. So here we go. Let's add, you know, just enough for one person. There we go. There, that's good. Maybe one more handful. There we go. Yeah, that's good. All right. Let's give it a stir. Very good. Cook the pasta to your preference. Yeah, baby. Now the farfalle, aka the bow tie, at least this kind, this brand that I cooked with last night, which I'm using again today, is a different name brand than the one pasta I usually do. And this farfalle is very, like, it takes very little time to just get like nice and soft and awesome. So yeah, so let's let it cook, do its thing. Now we're going to add some salt. Oh, I forgot to add salt to the water. I forgot about that shit. There we go. There, add some salt to add some little flavor to the farfalle. Yeah. As I look into the viewfinder. Yeah. There we go. And we'll leave that in there. And we're gonna fucking add a bit of salt to taste to our, there we go, that's good enough. To our gravy, as well as some pepper. There we go. Gonna mix it up. And then we're gonna add my own little personal touch, because I just wanted to do something, to add some stuff, because when I made this last night, it was awesome. And I was thinking, there's so much that could be done with this to make it stand out above everybody else's. So we're gonna do that in a second. Gotta keep stirring the pasta. We don't want it to stick together and become all fucked up. All right. So let me time it just in case. I keep an eye on the time. So there. So I had it set for 9 minutes now. So roughly 10 minutes. I think I only did about 8 minutes last night. That is how freaking, like, you know, quick it is to cook this stuff. All right, leave that in there, idiot. Stop replacing it. All right, so the salt and pepper. There we go. You see, for the little, like, tiny specks of sour cream and shit, that's why it's good to have a whisk. One of those little fucking whisk things that I talked about that I broke, that I don't have anymore. I said to myself yesterday, damn, get a whisk, man, and, you know, make this process a lot easier and faster, because the stirring part, and, you know, you gotta keep it thick, you gotta keep stirring. And I go out today across the street to get, you know, stuff, ingredients and shit, and I was like, I know there's something else, man, but what is it? And I didn't know what it was until I got home. Fucking whisk, I forgot all about it, but hey, this still works. But I gotta eventually get a whisk again. All right, there we go. Yeah, okay, now we're gonna return our 5 Swedish nut sacks. Now, as I said, this recipe yields 24, so there would be 24 little meatballs in this thing of gravy. Obviously, as you can see, there's way too much fucking gravy, but hey, I'm gonna use this gravy like leftover shit. You're gonna see in a sec. Well, whatever. So we're gonna put in there, still on medium heat, and let's just give them a little stir. I forgot to add my own little touch, which is some fresh thyme, baby. I love fresh thyme, and I think it's gonna fucking go well with this gravy, baby. So well, love it. All right, let's give it a stir. Oh, I can already smell the thyme. Oh, I love fresh fucking herbs. They're so good. Oh, I can already smell it. It's gonna be awesome. Okay, so now we're gonna stir just a little, and now for about 8 to 10 minutes, we're just gonna leave it. We're gonna stir occasionally. Now we don't have to constantly stir. As we just let it settle and stir occasionally, the gravy's gonna thicken and it become even more thick, and it's gonna be awesome and awesome. So let's continue with our pasta. I haven't said much about Sweden, but what else is there to, but you know, then again, like, Sweden is like politically run by women, and you know, so, you know, women have a lot to say, so I only have so much time, so there's only so much I can say about Sweden, right? Whereas you get one of those feminist elected Swedish politicians, man, like, they can have like a fucking 8-hour episode of Toronto Guy Cooks, man. So maybe one day I should have another guest star. Can you tell us How, I don't know, like, why? Why? I don't know why, but whatever. So let's continue cooking. And oh, it smells good. I love it. Here on Toronto Guy Cooks Season 2, the Cultural Appropriation Season, patreon.com/Toronto Guy. Everything's free. You don't have to give me money. You can if you want, but hey, it's all free. Fuck, go there. Shit. All right. All right, it's been about 6 minutes, and as I said, this farfalle, this brand of farfalle cooks really fast, and I just had a piece, and it's pretty much done. Take it off the heat. We're going to drain it and set it aside. All right, so there's our drained farfalle. Let me give another stir. You see this, the gravy is thickening as you let it sit and only stir occasionally. Obviously, the smoke coming up, what that is water, that is steam, that is water leaving our gravy, and thus when that happens, what does it do to the gravy? It thickens it. So awesome. We got probably another 3 minutes or so. Oh, it's looking good and smelling good. Now, the farfalle is done. It's obviously not ready to go, so we're gonna add just a touch of little olive oil. Now what this is gonna do, we're in olive oil, we're gonna shake it up a bit. What this is gonna do is while we're waiting for our meatballs and gravy to finish doing its shit, this will make sure that this pasta, this cooked pasta as it's waiting to be used, doesn't end up just stuck together too much. So that's what the oil is gonna do. Love it. Oh yeah. Yay, farfalle or farfalle. What, who cares? The bottom line is Sweden, IKEA. Women in politics. Yeah, so, all right. About another 2 minutes, the gravy is definitely thickening. Now, as I said, obviously everybody, this is like yields 24 meatballs, this recipe. I'm only using 6. This pan should be right now filled with 24 little meatballs, hence all the gravy. But, you know, I can use the gravy afterwards because you saw the fucking big bag of shit from, not literally a bag of shit, but you saw the big bag of friggin' like big meatball from last night and today. I can use this fucking gravy for that shit, you know? Shit, I can make friggin' Swedish meat hamburger gravy sandwiches this week. Shit, so yeah, cooking, baby. I fucking love it. Love it. I mean, it's a long weekend right now. What is it? It's February the 16th today. This Monday is a holiday for us here in Ontario and other parts of Canada for Family Day. It's a 3-day weekend. Why the fuck am I even doing anything? I'm a single dude. Oh, yeah, thank you. I'm a single dude, and why am I doing this? Why am I cooking for this? I got nobody. I'm not gonna make fucking 24 meatballs. I do it because I love it. And I love all of you. Give me money. Patreon.com/Toronto Guy. All right, so another minute or so. That alarm was telling me that 10 minutes is almost up. Ah, nice thick gravy. Give me some gravy and your love. Let's keep flipping this. See? It's not sticking together. Just the oil, just keep flipping it a little just because it's going to be used soon. The farfalle, the little bow tie is looking all nice and handsome. So there you go, everybody. There you go, dudes. You know, if you want to impress the ladies or the dudes, or maybe you're one of those people, you're one of those fucked up people who like you're in love with a fucking train station. I've seen that shit online. There's actually a woman who claims that she's having sex with a fucking train. So whether you're a dude trying to impress a woman, or a woman trying to impress a man, or a woman trying to impress a woman, or a man trying to impress a man, or a fucking dumbass trying to impress a locomotive. I don't know. I don't know where I was even going with that. Fuck. All right, so we're done. Let's turn off the heat. Now, here's what we're gonna do. All right, we're gonna take our pasta, put it back in the pot. Could have left it in the pot the whole time, but you know, hey, I'm a fucking dumbass. Yeah. All right. Let's give this a stir. Let's take it off the heat. Ah, smells and looks lovely, or as Gordon Ramsay would say, beautiful. IKEA. All right, so there we go. Now what we're gonna do? We're gonna start getting ready to plate our badass Swedish testicles. Now, but you see, we have a lot of gravy. You gonna use the gravy for some meatballs? No, we're gonna add some gravy to our farfalle. Yeah, it's gonna all be not too much, just enough to just coat it. There we go, lovely. Give it a mix. Ah, yeah, baby. Yeah, look at, oh my God, it looks and smells fucking awesome. And we're not even done yet, everybody. We got one more thing to add to make it look all awesome, and then you can all masturbate. All right, let's get our bowl. Oh boy. Here is the return, the big whitey. Here's our honky bowl. Let's add some of our farfalle. It's also about the plating and also about the presentation. I am a firm believer that if food if you can make it look good, it ends up tasting even fucking better. So, there we go. And we're gonna add some of our meatballs. All right, I guess we'll go about 4 of them. Everything gets nice and coated. There we go, lovely. All right. Oh, smells fucking good. Stop swearing. I really am doing terribly at my New Year's resolution, which was, try not to swear so much. But yeah, it's just not working. Shit. Stop swearing. All right, here's another one. Maybe another one. Yeah, let's add a 5th one. There we go. Let's add a 5th one on top for our balls. All right, now. And finally, we're gonna add some fresh, chopped, nicely, finely chopped fresh parsley. And we're just gonna, not too much, don't go overboard, just enough to make it look fucking awesome. Oh my God, I think I've succeeded. Well, let's pour the rest into the fucking gravy. Yeah, we got more. Let's get more and just share the love. There you go, there you go, there you go. All right, see, look at the fucking mess. If you don't make a mess while you're cooking, then you're a failure. All right, so here it is. Let's hold our Swedish meatballs with farfalle. Should I really need a wipe? No, everything, it's not one. Well, could use some wiping. Here, let me just wipe it real quick to make it even more presentable. All right, around the edges. There we go, looking good. How's that looking? Looking good. All right, now let's hold it up to the camera. There we go. Obviously the lighting does no justice, so let's take a picture and insert it right here. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how we do that. I haven't even tasted a meatball. Let's taste a meatball real quick, off camera. Let me taste. Oh my God, that is fucking good. Stop swearing. Holy shit. Oh. Just a second. Oh. Oh wow. That was a whole meatball. Wow. Oh my God. Oh. Holy shit balls. Oh my God, I almost busted a nut in my pants. All right. So there you have it, everybody. Patreon.com/Toronto Guy. You don't have to give me money. If you want to give me money, that's awesome. But free podcast, hell, just last night, I uploaded like a 1 hour, 5-minute podcast talking about my very, very first legit crush. All right. A woman that I guess you can say I've known since we were 5 because we went to the same school and we were in the same class. Well, the story of this woman's very interesting. Go check it out. The podcast is called The Spot on the Path, because this woman has suddenly fucking appeared in Toronto Guy's life in the last week. Some strange shit is going on in Toronto Guy's world with these women suddenly appearing, wanting to fucking talk and hang. Anyway, patreon.com/Toronto Guy. Go there and listen to it. It's all free. Thanks for watching. Toronto Guy Cooks Season 2, the Cultural Appropriation Appreciation Season. It's been fun. Then that sounds like we're finished. No, we're still gonna go. But thanks, and have a nice day. Speedin'!